degrees. We got a nice cool breeze though. Appreciate that on days like today when we are feeling a little bit of heat. We also know that there will be some rainfall tonight as well. So be aware that we think the rainfall intensity into the evening will increase. So have your umbrella with you, right? That is something that you need today, especially in places like Homestead, the hammocks, and going even south into the Keys, right? So we are here for you each and every Thursday and Friday. The Suzette Speaks show comes to you live 101.5 FM HD2 from Miami through Broward, all the way Palm Beach, St. Lucie, Wagwan. And we simulcast in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County Stand Up 96.9 FM. Now, the top stories for today, what are we going into? Well, let me tell you, first and foremost, if you are not a sports fan, that's okay because everybody who's anybody is talking about the incredible NBA Finals Game 1. Yes, indeed. Game 1, where we saw in San Antonio, Texas last night, the highly touted Spurs were taken down a notch by, let me start to call the names, Brooklyn, Wagwan, Queens, what's up, Manhattan, where you at? Let's go Staten Island, all of the boroughs, them. Listen, the New Yorkers are feeling some type of way, and I'm talking about a very good way. New York did not come to play. And again, if you're not a sports fan, that's all right. This has taken over, I would say, the not only the sports world, but there are so many people who are paying attention to this competition that you must at least know the highlights of what happened last night. I did stay up past my bedtime. Yes, I wasn't in bed till almost midnight, even after midnight, because I was watching some of the commentary as to what happened during the game. But let me tell you, if you did not watch the San Antonio Spurs at home, right, on their home field, their home court, get a wake-up call by the New York Knicks. When I tell you what I realized happened yesterday, especially when it comes to sports and entertainment, I know, again, people have different proclivities where they might be more into, soccer. Of course, FIFA will be here. First of all, I got to shout out Haiti. Haiti, in one of its opening games just now, beat New Zealand 4-0. Wagwan, Haiti, Cherie. We know June is Caribbean American Heritage Month, so we got a lot to celebrate. I'll be talking about some of the heroes right here in the United States of Caribbean heritage. I think I may save some of that for tomorrow because we got to know who we are. We got to celebrate, right, our contributions to this wonderful country. And there have been many. I can't even get into it. Maryland Governor Westmore, his mom is from Jamaica. Yes. I can go through elected officials, especially in South Florida, from all of the different Caribbean islands and those who have chosen to make America their home. Still very proud of their heritage as well as celebrating their new home here in the United States. Oh, yes, we have a lot to talk about and celebrate for Caribbean American Heritage Month. Let me put a pin in it. I want to get back to Haiti beating New Zealand 4-0. Let me say, stand up, my Haitian massive. Where are my Zoes? Yes, first of all, South Florida is in soccer fever right now. We're preparing for the World Cup. Less than a week away here in Miami. Yes, I don't know. Are you guys going to be at the games? Guys, I don't know. The ticket price is kind of rough. I was comparing them to the ticket prices that are currently being charged for the NBA. Do you know how much it is for those who say, that's not my thing. I'm not doing the sports thing. Listen, with the world going as crazy as it is, you need a little bit of fun, a little bit of distraction every now and then. So for me, it's going to be the NBA Finals. But anyway, when we look at the score, and I think it was the Knicks by 10, 95-105. And when we look at the comparison of the two teams, very well matched. I was really more shocked by listening to the crowd. Again, they played at home in San Antonio, Texas. The Spurs are a storied team. They've won 5 NBA championships with men like, if you remember somebody's name, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Manu Ginobili. If you are a true basketball head or you know some of the 90s and the 2000s basketball stars, the Spurs have been a part of, this dynasty. It's been a while for them though, right? just over a decade where they have not been at this level in the finals. But people are now calling, can you believe it? That people are calling the New York Knicks the underdogs. The New York Knicks fans. Can I just tell you, for this type of game, the NBA Finals, the price, how much do you think the price of the tickets should cost to go see the top two teams from the United States go head to head? What they have called the finals, right? That they literally trademarked that name. And in New York, can you imagine the seats go from like $4,000? I'm talking about American, U.S. American dollars, yes, to courtside. They say there are tickets that are available online courtside for 200, get this, $220,000 to sit courtside for these games. That's how important and how, I guess, historic many people believe these are. So would you, if you had it, I'm not saying I have it, I am very far from having it, but if you had it, would you spend nearly $250,000 to sit courtside to go watch the NBA Finals? Well, somebody is doing that, and I still can't believe it. But what happened last night, which is very interesting, is that the New York fans also saw that the tickets in San Antonio were much cheaper than the ones in New York City when the games were going to be, because they alternate. Some will be in San Antonio, some will be in New York. Well, San Antonio's tickets are much less. Guess how much they are? About in the hundreds as opposed to in the thousands. So New York fans actually ended up filling quite a few seats in San Antonio last night, which you could hear from the crowd. I mean, the cheers, even though it was a Spurs home game, you could hear cheers for New York quite clearly throughout the game because the New York fans found that it was cheaper to buy the ticket in San Antonio to San Antonio and spend a night of hotel, right? It was cheaper to get a ticket there in that stadium, in that arena, and to pay, there we go, plane fare as well, and get a hotel. It was cheaper than the actual ticket to a game in New York. Anyway, so I'm super excited. I'm still saying Spurs. Y'all might be, any New York fans out there, any New York fans want to call up 850-446-0562. They say it's been long overdue. New York has been waiting through the Stephon Marbury years, right? The Amari Stoudemire years. People are saying they've been the butt of jokes. New York can't get it right. But in San Antonio yesterday, we saw everybody from Tracy Morgan, the actor, to the incomparable director and longtime die-hard Knicks fan. Mr. Spike Lee was on the sideline. But what I enjoyed most, what's taking over social media? Even though the game was in San Antonio. When you look on social media, you would have thought the game was in New York, the way the fans reacted. It is crazy to see how the celebration has brought New Yorkers from all economic backgrounds, all stripes together. That's one thing I've enjoyed watching. So if you look up NBA Finals or you look at trending hashtags, the finals or NBA, you'll see what I'm talking about across timelines, depending on the part of your algorithm. I realize when people are hearing me talk, their algorithm might look a little bit different than mine because we have moved into this era of cultivated news where you have news that is specific only to you. All of us don't share common news across the board, common news sources. I don't know if that's a good thing. Many people do think it's a bad thing because none of us have pretty much like the same idea of what's most important because it's curated. That's the word I say, cultivated. I meant curated just for you. So anything you're seeing on your timeline on Facebook, anything you're seeing on your Instagram is not necessarily what I'm seeing. And it makes us live in little pockets, little circles, little isolated silos where we're not sharing the same information. And again, I believe he who controls the media controls society. So anyway, food for thought for that. But across social media, you might want to take a look at some of the celebrations. It will put a smile on your face. Trust me, I was watching some of it this morning on Instagram and other platforms. And the New York fans, them, let me tell you, the young guys, I don't know if they win. Now, I'm calling it for the Spurs. I'm a Wemby fan. People are saying who is the underdog, that Wemby is not the underdog because He's only 22. That whole Spurs team is a baby. Average age is 22 years old. They're fresh. What I love about it, it shows you how when you have youth, you have fearlessness. You don't know that you shouldn't be there. You don't know that you should be afraid. You don't overthink your shots. We who are a little bit more mature, yeah, we tend to overthink down to what we post, what we put online, who we talk to, how we dress. If you're of a certain generation, you thought about all of the things in a way that led to, sometimes people say, analysis paralysis, right? We're looking over our shoulder. We're wondering what other people think. Should we post this? Do I like this picture? Do I look fat? Do I look small? It's a plague for some of us millennials or older millennials, okay, going up into, but the boomers and everybody else, we have a lot more thought for what others say. This young Spurs team, I mean, there's so many themes you can pull out from this competition about how you don't have to necessarily wait your turn if the talent is there. I think it was Victor Wembanyama, the superstar from the San Antonio Spurs, that said, I think it was Akeem Olajuwon that told him, just because you're young don't mean you have to wait. But there are others would argue that the inexperience and the youth of the team was a bit of a disadvantage of sorts this particular game, because the maturity it takes to handle the pressure and to make the adjustments, right? And to make the shots. One thing I was screaming at the television, I'm like, when the Spurs are hot, oh baby, the 3 points are raining. But last night it wasn't falling. And I do have to give credit to the New York Knicks superstar, Jalen Brunson. They call him Big Body Brunson. Listen, he has been underestimated. There are people that are really calling the Knicks the true underdogs. That he wasn't a first-round pick like Victor Wembanyama. That he was a second-rounder that has been underestimated at every stage of his career, who is now proving himself on the biggest stage. Yesterday, during the fourth quarter, Big Body Brunson put the team on his back. When the pressure is on, when the lights are on you, how do we respond? I'm telling you, there's a lot of metaphors for life. I know some people are not into the sports like that, but there's a lot of metaphors for life. Big up everybody watching and listening. Big up everybody on the Facebook side, Voice of the Caribbean. You can see what we look like online too, voiceofthecaribbean.com, South Florida's #1 Caribbean American station. We are so grateful for those who have been celebrating with us since Memorial Day. Again, for those who came out to the Memorial Soccer wonderful tournament, the celebrities versus selectors. Listen, I still am smiling ear to ear about the community response and how beautiful it was. Again, we just want to keep you informed that it's going to be rainy this afternoon, 60% chance of rain. They say gloomy and breezy today for your Thursday, 84 degrees. And again, we are getting ready for the big FIFA showcase just under a week, right? Broward County, get ready. The Hard Rock Stadium will be the stage of a couple of these FIFA World Cup games. Do you have tickets? Are you looking at FIFA ticket prices? Well, there are certain celebrations and kickoffs going on even this weekend. Voice of the Caribbean will be in the building. You have to stay tuned and also follow us on all platforms to figure out what's happening. Let me tell you, this is a busy weekend. Broward County, through the CASA, Caribbean American Soccer Association, will have a kickoff sponsored by Vice Mayor Richard Campbell of the city of Lauderhill. We're excited to be a part of that ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Listen, we usually only get to see it via our televisions, but we can experience, right, the 2026 World Cup right here in South Florida. So get ready. Make sure you're following us on all platforms. Voice of the Caribbean. Also, you can go to voiceofthecaribbean.com. Check us out in the App Store, right? The App Store is there for you. The Voice of the Caribbean is an app. We had a wonderful press conference today announcing the kickoff through the Caribbean American Soccer Association in the city of Lauderhill at the Broward Central Regional Park. Free excitement, like kids friendly event where there will be a lot of energy and a lot to do and a lot to celebrate. thanks to City of Lauderhill in partnership with Broward County, and of course the FIFA World Cup. Are you ready for FIFA? Listen, big up Haiti. As I said, Haiti in one of the opening friendly matches took on New Zealand, and that has also been all over my timeline. Listen, Haiti Cherie, big up my Haitians. Coming in strong with a 4-0, 4-0 victory over New Zealand. That's the way you start out the World Cup. Let's go, Haiti, because you know Jamaica didn't make it. So we are excited. There's also going to be a few more soccer tournaments going on locally. I think there's a Jamaica versus Haiti Masters game that will be played in anticipation of the World Cup. And we also have some kickoff events this week. Remember, the World Cup, June 11th through July 19th is around the corner. Copa Mundial, as our brothers and sisters say in Spanish. Yes, we are so excited for that. We also have some political shakeup. I think I'll do that the second half of the show. We have been talking about all of the changes due to the Florida maps. First of all, did you know that your legislature, your elected officials in Tallahassee, the ones in Tallahassee, are meeting this week in a special session to decide whether or not to get rid of property taxes permanently? There are people that are saying this is a bad idea, y'all. We need property tax. How are you going to pay for the roads? How are you going to pay for police? How are you going to pay for fire? How are you going to pay for schools? A lot of things get paid for via our property taxes. Well, the governor of the state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, is saying, I want to give people a tax break. Let's get rid of them. Come back to Tallahassee, you elected officials, the members of the Florida State Senate and the members of the Florida State House of Representatives. Come back. 120 members of the Florida House of Representatives, 40 members of the Florida Senate are now in Tallahassee after being called back to what they call a special session. The governor can tell lawmakers, hey, this is an issue for our state. I need you to come back and make the laws. The governor doesn't make the laws. The governor signs the laws into law, right? Let you know there's a free food distribution tomorrow, 9 a.m., June 5th, at the St. John the Apostle Catholic Parish Church in Miami. So sometimes we also get a lot of different announcements. That's why you got to keep it locked with food distributions, of course. There's the Taurus Riley event. I will be in the building. Voice of the Caribbean family will be there. Taurus Riley, celebrating Caribbean Heritage Month in the city of Lauderdale Lakes. That is free, y'all. I don't know if they still have free tickets, but lots of free tickets were given away for this event. Caribbean American Heritage Kickoff, City of Lauderdale Lakes. That's tomorrow on Friday, my favorite day of the week. Will you be in the building? Hearing from the singer J himself. She's royal. Sorry. I am royal though, praise God. So royal, I want her in my life. Yeah, we won't be out there singing, baby. We got to celebrate life. Life moving quickly. Listen, we got to be outside. We also have the big yard on the lawn celebration city of Tamarack this Saturday. There's like 3 events this Saturday. Did you know? Follow us. Follow Voice of the Caribbean on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the things, threads, all of that. You can follow me as well. Your hostess with the mostest, Suzette Speaks. 1 Z, 2 T's, speaks with an S. So I love to connect with you. I follow back, y'all. So whatever I'm getting into this weekend, whatever we are getting into, Voice of the Caribbean, and we just post community events. So you'll know what's happening in the community of South Florida. But again, most of what is centered around Caribbean American Heritage Month will be featured on our pages. So we will be out there, Taurus Riley, tomorrow in the city of Lauderdale Lakes, Caribbean American Month, Heritage Month kickoff. We will also be in Tamarack. Listen, Tamarack been doing big things. Let's go, Tamarack. Vice Mayor Marlon Bolton. Shout out to Mr. Bolton. I saw you had a birthday. Happy belated birthday. Along with the city of Tamarack, other members of their commission. They'll be celebrating Caribbean American Heritage Month with Buju Banton. Did y'all see the viral clip of Buju Banton in, was it New York? Really, really excited. Again, I don't know if he was, I was trying to listen to the audio, if he was actually just happened to be there or was a planned feature for their Caribbean American Heritage Month kickoff, but Buju was featured in New York. New York is having a moment. We know we have a lot of transplant. God, we know our brothers and sisters love to go to New York first and then find yourself to Florida. I know some people come here first. But everybody got their cousins in New York. Shout out your cousins in New York. Ask them if they're cheering for the New York Knicks finally in the finals. New York fans are having a moment, y'all. The time check is 2:29. We got to take a brief pause for the cause. The Suzette Speaks Show comes to you live every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. We talk hot topics, news you can use, headlines, of course, break down all of what's going on in politics. I want to, right after the break, tell you about who is now running in the congressional districts around Miami-Dade, around Broward County, and around Palm Beach, because again there was apparently a secret meeting. It's not so secret. I'm like, why we can't move in silence sometimes? Sometimes we put too much business out there. But we're going to tell you what's going on because the vote will be here. August will be here before you know it. And again, thank you so much for keeping it locked here on the Suzette Speaks Show on 101.5 FM HD2 from the Key Largo all the way to Jupiter and 96.9 FM Broward County. Keep it locked.
Rock Reggae Cruise are giving you the chance to win a
Hey everybody. Hey guys, I have to actually look up some news because I was going to talk about Haiti. Wagwan, wagwan, everybody online. Hey everybody, hit the like button. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Your girl is feeling really good today. I had some more news stories like Haiti win World Cup. Let me do some details. Haiti plays again. Haiti will play Scotland, then Morocco, then Brazil. Ooh, child. They got a tough schedule. Ooh, wee. They came out strong, and then they have some games coming up. Let me see what else I got. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Peebo Bryson. Let me do Peebo Bryson. Let's do New York Knicks. Well, they so excited about the New York Knicks. I don't know what they're going to do. Are you a Knicks fan? Let me hear Stephen A. Smith. Maybe I'll do some Stephen A. Smith reaction. Will ESPN copyright strike me? I hope they won't. It's 11 minutes. That's 19 minutes. That's too long. I want to play the New York fans, but they might curse and I'm going to be in trouble. I don't want to play any. Let me play a little Stephen A. Smith because he's crazy.
June 7th at Broward Regional Park Cricket Stadium starting at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Bring the family out for the Youth Activity Clinic.
2 p.m. Broward Regional Park this Sunday. Okay, so I can announce
then
that.
The football action kicks into high gear. The Jamaica Masters takes on Haiti Masters. The
Oh, that's what they're doing.
Battle the Haiti All-Stars. The featured international showdown. Jamaica Under 20 versus Miami United. Special guest live performances by Sprack Events, Wayne Wonder, DJs Mikey Mike, and Super Twitch.
Sunday.
Music powered by Hot Stepper Sound, keeping the stadium energy blazing all night long. Live entertainment to close out an unforgettable day. Best of all, admission is absolutely free. That's Sunday, June 7th at Broward Regional Park, 3700 Northwest 11th Place in Lauderhill.
The voice of the Caribbean. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome back. It's the Suzette Speaks Show. Hope you're having a beautiful Thursday. We're here bringing you top news stories all throughout this show. Remember, Suzette Speaks Show comes to you live every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. We got to get into some heavy-hitting news. Politics is on my mind. If you are watching online, pick up yourself on the Suzette Speaks YouTube channel or the Voice of the Caribbean Facebook page. We also streaming live there. And, of course, you can follow us on all platforms, Voice of the Caribbean. Listen to us on your radio, 101.5 FM HD2 from the Keys all the way up to Jupiter. Yeah, and in the evening, I love it. Well, my sister, Miss Candace Buchanan during drive time. She's live from Orlando all the way south throughout the Keys. Listen, it is a wonderful collaboration we have going on. So we make sure you get the best DJs, the best news, and most information, of course, for your knowledge and your edutainment. We'll call it edutainment. So welcome. This is Suzette Speaks. If you don't know me, I am an attorney by training, but I also am a community activist and again, woman of the people. Love to bring you news and headlines and break it all the way down. So I'm going to do a little bit of that in the second hour. If you forgot to tune in right at 1 o'clock, I still forgive you. I love you. Thank you for being here. But if you're new, welcome. Again, I'm a part of this family at Voice of the Caribbean. We try to give you a lot of different type of hosts during the midday. Shout out to Miss Opal Lee. She comes out earlier in the week. And again, we try to make sure we have an educated listenership, right? Knowledge is power. He or she who controls the media controls society. So we want to make sure we make our listeners a little bit more informed every single day, right? So welcome. If you're watching online, big up. I see you online, DJ Sting. All right, for tuning in. Big up everybody on my YouTube, Smooth Approach. I see you there. And if you don't know, we are an app as well. Celebrating 10 years, download the app. Take us wherever you go. Put us on your phone. I have it on my laptop. I listen to my own station all the time, right? Because we bring the vibes. We also want to tell you, again, the Casa kickoff. Remember, this is the pre-World Cup. World Cup starts next week, but this Sunday, y'all, make sure you meet us at Broward Central Regional Park. Thanks to the Caribbean American Soccer Association and partnership with Broward County, we will be at the Central Broward Regional Park starting at 2 p.m. free event to welcome the World Cup to South Florida from all over. Whether you are in Broward County, again, this will be an easy event for you to get to, or if you're from Miami, come through Central Broward Regional Park starting at 2 p.m. They're going to have a friendly game. The Masters basically mean, I think it's over 50 or over 55, but Haiti Masters versus Jamaica Masters. Them boys can still run up and down and play. We love to see it, right? A friendly match at the Broward Central Regional Park. It'll be a lot of activities for kids. And again, just building the excitement towards World Cup and FIFA here in South Florida. So make sure you come through. We're really excited to partner with City of Lauderhill and Broward County to make this event amazing. Spraga Benz, one of my favorite DJs, will be performing alongside our very own Mikey Mike will be in the building, as among other performers. I don't have the flyer right in front of me, but we're really excited about that. And so the Casa, don't forget, I'll tell you again, don't worry if you miss it. Casa is coming to the City of Lauderhill to kick off the World Cup. The Caribbean American Soccer Association will be hosting a free event, free for the kiddies. Come out. Central Broward Regional Park. That's the park on the corner of 441 and Sunrise Boulevard, starting at 2 p.m. on Sunday. So you go church, and after you go church, come meet us at the park. Yes, and we're going to enjoy a football game. We're going to enjoy kids' corner, food, giveaways, lovely interactive stations for the kids and for the whole family. So that kickoff is coming up on Sunday. But I am most looking forward to June 6th. That's Saturday. City of Tamarack is bringing the one and only Bujo Bantan. Let's go. My DJ Bujo will be in the flesh. Let's go in the City of Tamarack. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Tamarack Sports Complex. They've been giving away a lot of free tickets. I saw Keisha Daniels. So I'm so excited. Let me get to the politics. Let's get to the politics. Politics is cooking. Miami, we cooking. So former state senator Chevron Jones has now filed to run for Congress in Florida's 24th district. So we know that Chevron Jones has been serving parts of North Miami, South Broward, Miami Gardens, Opelika in the state Senate. Chevron Jones is a strong Democrat, and he has now moved from the state Senate, where last week he said he's going to retire. Chevron Jones now has declared that he will be running for Congress in Florida's 24th district. Why does this matter? Because I told you in Broward County, there's a centralized district that the governor redrew through the legislature, right? The lawmakers basically drew the district, The governor signed it into law. That created less and less Democratic districts. The majority of the districts now in Florida will be Republican, with except a few. They will lean, that's the key, they will lean Republican, except a few. Well, Mr. Chevron Jones, a former state senator from Miami Gardens, has now stepped into a race where even though the district leans Republican, he's going to challenge. Let's go. Because what's happening in Broward County, where only district in South Florida, District 20, these are the people that go and represent us in Washington, D.C., there's only one majority drawn Democratic district. So everybody in that district right now is fighting each other. So what we have is you have men like business and musical entrepreneur, Uncle Luke, whatever you name him, Luther, Uncle Luke Campbell. You have former mayor of Broward County, former commissioner, Dale Holness. You have community activist Elijah Manley. You have the lady who resigned the seat due to ethics investigations, Sheila Sherfilis McCormick. And you have Debbie Wasserman Schultz. So people are asking what's going on. If there's so many people running against each other, doesn't it split the vote? Well, honey, there was a meeting. CBS wrote about it. I'm trying to pull up the article right now to share it with you. That all the candidates got together, all the black candidates got together, had a meeting. I don't know why this is public information. Sometimes you got to move in silence. Let me just tell you that. My opinion. And let me just re-emphasize that the opinions expressed on the Suzette Speaks show are that of the host, our guests, our callers, not necessarily the opinion of the ownership and management of this wonderful platform, Voice of the Caribbean. Listener discretion is advised. So be very clear. So the shakeup, because y'all know I got to tell you who is running, because like I said, this is a consequential election. I know y'all hear that every year. People get upset. Sue, what is happening? If you are a person who leans in the Democratic Party's favor, you should really be paying attention as well, because the new districts drawn and put into effect, that will go into effect for this election and starting on January 1st, 2027. But obviously the districts have been drawn. So the election that will happen first in August, the primary, and then in November, the general, is because the new districts limit Democrats and have created majorities in most of the districts for Republicans. So you have Chevron Jones now shifting to run for Congress. You know who else I saw declared? She's going to run in District 22. A sister-in-law, a fellow lady lawyer like myself. Shout out to Kesia Early. Miss Kesia Early, you might know the name. Kesia Early ran for judge in Broward County. Well, I saw on her social media yesterday, Jamaican American. I think she was raised in Baltimore. I've heard her personal story. Kesia came from being a woman charged with drug possession as a pregnant. I think she was in college. Kesia has a very interesting and very moving story where she was in jail instead of at her graduation, and she had to beg the judge. I can tell you all the story because this is who's running for Congress. That's why I'm telling you about it. Kesia Early, District 22. That's parts of Palm Beach County now. Who's in that district right now? Jared Moskowitz. That name might ring a bell. But I just saw, again, the dominoes are shifting because of the new districts. People have to understand that where there are majority Republicans in most of the districts, I'm talking about even for South Florida, even the minority county, Broward County is minority county. That's the only one that they kept in the maps to be majority Democrat. The rest of the place, red like whoa. Red is the color for Republicans. And then, so Democrats, instead of choosing to fight each other and going in the same race, they have to decide whether they're going to step into a majority Republican district. So shout out to Senator Chevron Jones for stepping out there, even though the map is drawn in favor of Republicans. He's still stepping out there to represent folks in Miami in District 24. And we just seen another lady, like I said, a fellow lady lawyer, Kesia, I would like to say Keisha, but Jamaican American, Kesia Early. She begged the judge while she was a younger 22, got caught up on some drug charges. She said she prayed to God, God, if you get me out of this, I will serve you. And begged the judge, please let me at least walk my graduation. The judge gave her bail, let her walk the graduation. And then she had to return herself to jail, pregnant. I like real people that run for office. I say who you should vote for. I like when real people run for office. Because if you haven't been through some struggle, and if you haven't been through something, sometimes you don't know what people feeling like right now. People are feeling it with gas and grocery and medical costs, and every day. America is bills. We know America is bills. The first of the month is on our backs. You understand? It was just the first, and when the first come, they're not looking for excuses. They're not looking for America. America don't let you say I'm tired. I'm giving up the bills this month. I'm sorry. I'm not sending you my car payment. Sorry. I need a break. I'm on a vacation. Thank you very much. You think I saw America go? America don't care about that. Every day. You have to get up and figure out how you're gonna make things happen. So the pressures of life, like I said, we discussed it in May. May was mental health month. We can still discuss mental health now. But the pressures of life don't stop. So when we talk about who are we sending to represent us, it's important. Because at the end of the day, do they reflect our life experiences? Do we expect from them to understand who we are, where we've been, where we want to go, how we share values? Do we even share values? You have to understand who is running. You just can't go in at the poll and in at the booth and just press gas. You have to understand who is on the ballot and where they come from and what they represent, and will they bring your values to that seat? That's what we talk about here on Voice of the Caribbean. Listen, let me calm down. This is a Suzette Speaks show. You guys know when I get into the politics talk, I get a little passionate. It's all good. We can have differences of opinion here. I mean, I welcome that. You don't have to agree with me. That's okay. And if you disagree, you have a space here too, because this is about the public discourse and informing the people. So if you want to share your thoughts about these new developments on who is getting into the congressional race, it's important to know, because it's going to affect with an A, affect who is running. So I told you. So we have Chevron Jones, Congressional District 24. Where is that, Sue? That go down to South. You have Kesia Early, who just declared. She's an attorney, ran for judge as well for District 22. That go up in Palm Beach. Those are the two that are now leaning Republican. They put more Republican voters in the map on purpose. They drew the map to favor Republicans. But we have some brave Democrats that are saying, wait, I'm still going to run over there, instead of bucking heads with the Democrats in Broward County, because the only majority Democratic district is now Congressional District 20, which only have Broward County. What up, Tamarack? What up, Fort Lauderdale? What up, Lauderhill? Hey, Miramar. North Lauderdale Lakes. That's what the district now encompasses, just the county of Broward. They made it because Broward is majority Democrat. Them say, hey, put all the Democrat them together, and the rest of it going to be Republican all around it. Even though there are a lot of majority Democratic cities all around South Florida, from Palm Beach to Miami, go right through. But they drew them so that the Republicans would have the advantage. That's the redistricting fight. When you hear the word gerrymandering, that's what it means. Drawing a district in the favor of your party, right? So we see what's happening in Florida Congressional District 20. Let me say what's happening. Let me just give you the CBS report, because apparently there was a meeting. And I don't want... Listen, big up the Knicks fans them. Hey, the Knicks fans them is in my chat. Shout out to the Knicks fans. You guys are a rowdy bunch. If you guys are watching the NBA, you know what I'm talking about. The San Antonio Spurs got quieted down last night. Your girl didn't go to bed till midnight watching the game. Lost my beauty sleep. But it was worth it to see. And this is the first time San Antonio has not won their first home game. And the Knicks went to Texas and took game 1. And it was a little bit rowdy in New York City, to say the least. Big up all my New Yorkers who are listening. Everybody in Florida who claim New York, you know how it goes. Staten Island, Wagwan, Brooklyn. I want to say Bronx and Brooklyn together. Sorry, Brooks. Sorry, your Florida girl here. We want to say Bronx and Brooklyn. Sorry, let me get you right. Bronx, stand up. Brooklyn, where you there? Queens, Wagwan. Far Rockaway, where you there? All of my Knicks fans, they were in the streets. If you haven't been on social media, you got to check out the celebration of the Knicks, man. If they win the finals at a home game, New York not gonna nice again. That's gonna mash up. They're gonna put the Statue of Liberty on their back and run through the city. Let me tell you, if New York win this NBA finals, the basketball, at a home game, Baby, I mean, I said, New York fans don't know how to act, man. They've been waiting way too long for this. Big up to Jalen Brunson, Carl Anthony Towns, the rest of the team. I'm a Spurs fan. I'm not going to just jump on New York bandwagon. I have fallen in love with basketball again just by watching Victor Wembanyama, Wemby, as he's called, the face of the league, the new young face of the league, just 22 years old, making it to the finals. They trying to say how he got here. Is he mature enough yet to handle the pressure? Because like I say, youth can work against you, Youth can work for you and youth can work against you. I love the fact that when you're young, you have a sense of fearlessness. You not even know what could go wrong, so you're not worried about what could go wrong. You have a sense of courage and bravery that as you get old kind of gets beaten out of you. Sometimes you have still courageous people who mature. But when you're young, you don't even know the mistake you can make. You're not afraid of it. The way we have been beaten down by life when we get older, we don't want to even try because we're afraid of mistake. But the young Spurs showing, a little bit of, they got a little shook last night. And sometimes they're saying that them too young. Them not deserve it yet. Them not earn it. Them not build no character yet. It's not their time yet. We gonna see. Your girl, I'm letting you know, I don't bet. Y'all all on these betting sites, I don't bet. Me's a woman I got, me no bet. But just a call it. Spurs in 7. Hear that? And if me wrong, you can't call and tell me. You can't call and tell me. If me wrong, talk back at me and say, Sue, you did wrong. New York technical. Okay, fine. My New York fans, respect to you. But I'm calling it Spurs in 7. I think Wemby got what it takes. We're going to see. Jalen Brunson them had an answer for them, though. And the Spurs, they basically use the Spurs medicine on them. Heavy defense. The Spurs is very wassy. Very wassy. On the defense. Man like, what his name? Stefan Castle. Woo! I love watching them. They play with passion. It's not the nonchalantness of, I don't care. I'm getting $1 billion. I'm just going to run up and down and pretend to play. These men are playing. And I think that has brought back an excitement to the game. What are you passionate about? Take the lesson. If you're not even watching sports, take the lesson. What are we doing with our passion? Do we still have passion for something? And what can you be doing with passion that you're not doing with passion? You understand? I love when man have the competitive heart. And you can see it. That's why World Cup is so exciting. Are you ready for the World Cup? FIFA soon start. Join us at the kickoff this Sunday. Let's go. World Cup kickoff. Am I saying the right day? Yeah, we have it at Vice Mayor Richard Campbell Youth Activity. Yeah, I'm saying the right day. I think it's on Sunday. Mikey, link up if I'm saying it the wrong day, because the flyer I see also there's a Saturday kickoff on June 6th. There's so much going on. Follow us and you'll get all the information. Follow us on all platforms, West of the Caribbean, yeah? And then you can see what are going on in and out throughout the community. This weekend particularly, I know there's Taurus Riley and Lauderdale Lakes Friday. Voice of the Caribbean will be in the building. There's Bujubantan Yard on the Lawn Saturday. Voice of the Caribbean will be in the building. I still think they have tickets. If the free tickets gone, it's only like $25. So sometimes people are looking, hosted by Miss Kitty. I love her, I love Miss Kitty. Out of Jamaica, coming through to celebrate Caribbean American Heritage Month. Yard on the Lawn. That's Saturday. So if there's tickets left, you can get tickets at Dutch Pot Jamaican Restaurants for Buju on Saturday, right? Thanks to the city of Tamarack, Broward County, Dutch Pot, yeah? And then you also have the Casa kickoffs, right? The temperature is going to be fine. Friday might be a little rainy. Hello, 86 on Friday throughout our region, 40%. But Saturday and Sunday, 87, 88 with 20 and 30% chance of rain. So it's going to get better, right? So we have several kickoffs here. The Caribbean American Soccer Association in partnership with City of Lauderhill. They're going to have free food, all kinds of stuff. And we're super excited about it. So one will be on Saturday at the Lauderhill Sports Complex at 3 p.m. They will have a family youth activity clinic plus a wonderful presentation of the Masters. There's so much going on. And then Sunday they have the kickoff at Broward Central Regional Park. Getting ready for the FIFA World Cup. Let's go, right? Broward County, stand up. Miami, where your kicks off? Let me see if I have any people with Miami kickoff. So you have Saturday. I see it's 2 of them. Casa is doing 2 events, one Saturday, one Sunday. So you have Casa Sports League, 3 p.m. Saturday at the Lauderhill Sports Complex. That's on Oakland Park Boulevard. They have a family and youth activity clinic plus entertainment at the Lauderhill Sports Park starting at 3 p.m. on Saturday. That's coming up, June 6th, right? They also have a Masters game at 6 p.m., Super League at 7:30 p.m., and 9:15. They're going to have the Jamaica National Under 20 versus Haiti Under 20. That's going to be a nice Saturday. Then Sunday, you understand? Sunday, the Ultimate World Cup kickoff experience at Central Broward Regional Park and Broward County Stadium, featuring the one and only Spraga Benz and Winnie Wonder. That will also feature, starting at 2 p.m., that's again 3700 Northwest 11th Place, Lauderhill. That's the Central Broward Regional Park on Sunday. Haitian Masters versus Jamaican Masters. Casa All-Stars versus Haiti All-Stars. And Jamaica Under 20 versus Miami United. I'm excited about that. Both free. Come out, people. It's World Cup FIFA. Now, I was looking at Haiti's schedule just before I get back to the politics before we finish. I was looking at Haiti's schedule, and Haiti playing some hard games. Haiti World Cup schedule. Y'all seen it? Haiti's national football team. Remember, Jamaica did not make it this year, so I'm not telling you who to cheer for, but I am cheering for Haiti. Big up my brothers and sisters from Haiti. Are you ready? Haiti kicks off. Now, they just beat New Zealand. Shout out to my Haitians. Could Haiti be a World Cup surprise? We don't know, but they started out routing the New Zealand team 4-0 to delight the crowd. Yeah, man. Them just play a day ago. So Haiti schedule, let me see, Group C. Haiti plays Scotland. I don't know, they might be able to handle that one. Haiti plays Scotland coming Saturday, not tomorrow, but the coming Saturday, not 2 days from now, excuse me, June 13th, 9 p.m. Haiti versus Scotland. The following week, now look at this. June 19th, Haiti plays Brazil. Haiti, I know anything is possible. We cheer for the underdog here. Hey, let's go. Haiti, you're going to play Brazil a few days later after playing Scotland. So at least they got Scotland first. That's the 13th. I will be watching. Then on June 19th at 8:30, Haiti. It doesn't say where, but we'll look it up online for the full match schedules. Then Haiti in Group C after the June 19th. On June 24, Haiti plays Morocco. I like that draw for them. I like the Scottish draw. Haiti first on the June 13th, 9 p.m. They're going to play Scotland. Then they come in against the powerhouse Brazil. Oh, Lord, may I go pray for you guys on that one. June 19th, Haiti takes on Brazil, 8:30. They have the whole schedule posted, y'all. And then Haiti finishes up their Group C, because the group is basically Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. So they take on Morocco on June 24th. So it's so exciting. FIFA, finally. I'm tired of hearing about that. Once again, free food distribution tomorrow, Friday, June 5th at 9 a.m. in Miami at the St. John the Apostle Catholic Parish Church, 475 East 4th Street, Miami. All right? So we'll keep you, anytime we say food distribution, anytime we say good entertainment concerts, we know, actually, I spoke to, and I hope that we'll be also telling you about Minister Marion Hall coming up, her birthday. Y'all remember Minister Marion Hall? Yeah, man, Minister Marion Hall changed her life and dedicated to Christ. She was formerly known as, remember? Ladies, hey, ladies. No, now we're doing it for Jesus. Hallelujah. She have a big birthday celebration coming up, gospel celebration. We'll soon tell you about it. But this weekend, it's all about the World Cup kickoff. Saturday, City of Lauderhill Sports Complex, starting at 3 p.m. Sunday, Central Broward Regional Park. That starts at 12 noon on Sunday, June 7th. We also have Lard on the yawn. Yard on the lawn. Susie, it's almost time to finish up. I want to finish up on this politics. Hey. Thank you guys for listening. Hit the like button if you're watching. Want to go on to the YouTube fam? I see you online. Big up everybody watching on the Facebook Live. Voice of the Caribbean Facebook Live is on right now. You can see me. You got the curls with the black and white tan, the black and white stripe. Anyway, but be aware what's happening with who is running, right? So apparently there was a meeting that took place with the 3 black candidates. So this is according to CBS News. I'm going to just give it the headline. We're going to get into it tomorrow. I'll get in a little bit more depth. But according to CBS News, Florida's District 20, this is the Broward County congressional seat. This is who decide who leave Broward County and go to D.C. on your behalf, Washington, D.C. Right now, the vote is split because so much people. But according to CBS News, in an article by Manuel Borjorquez, I hope I said that right, Florida's District 20 race heats up as black candidates seek to avoid a split vote and defeat Debbie Wasserman Schultz. This is the news story from CBSNews.com. Out of the CBS Miami affiliate. Real quick, a major shakeup is brewing in the race for Florida's Congressional District 20. CBS News Miami has learned that 4 black candidates had a private meeting. Why them printed if it private? Why them printed? Had a private meeting to discuss consolidating down to 1 or 2 candidates. Why? Think about the politics. They believe it would improve, according to CBS News Miami, their chances of defeating Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz in the August primary. Because remember, the primary is when Democrat go against Democrat and Republican goes against Republican. That's the August vote. Then the top Democrat that comes out of the primary and the top Republican face each other in November for what we call the November general election. Well, it seems like, comments were made. According to former Broward County Mayor Dale Holness, who is running, he said it was good to see that we came together and have a cordial conversation, said Dale Holness, one of the candidates. He added, it's a tough conversation, but the sense in the room was that we should have someone with lived experience of the majority of the people in the district. Remember what I tell you, which was very, very strong. District 20 is one of Florida's few majority black districts and has been represented by black lawmakers for the last 34 years. Sheila Sherford-Lewis McCormick represented the district until she resigned amid congressional ethics investigation. She is running again and confirmed she was also a part of the meeting. Sheila Sherford-Lewis McCormick told CBS News Miami, I don't think people understand that this is now a national issue, how really this affects everyone, she said. And all of us called to run. I can't even finish this at the moment. I have a responsibility to ensure that we can preserve the district. Elijah Manley also was there. Listen, I have much more to tell you. I always tell you so much news, so little time. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suzette Speaks show. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Keep it locked.
96.9 FM, the all-new voice of the Caribbean.
This is the all-new voice of the Caribbean.
Have a good day.
Better sounding radio.
Have a good day,
WLYF HD2 Miami, 101.5 HD2.
Thanks for watching.
Florida,
Take care.
get ready. The voice of the Caribbean, 101.5 FM
Bye. See you guys.
HD2 and 96.9 FM.